They sprinting away from the 1200 meter marker. CAMOMILE and Hallucination began quickly. Baby in Black is just off them. Ding Ding has the white cap. Don't Stop the Party is towards the middle of the track. Then comes Queen's Crest. They're followed further back in the field by Enticer, Silver Solitude, the yellow cap, 3 off the right. And then comes Forbidden Duel, La Carmelita. Hallucination just the leader with CAMOMILE. These two setting the fractions from Ding Ding. On the left-hand side is Baby in Black. Towards the outside, Don't Stop the Party. Silver Solitude's got about 3 lengths to make up. They're followed further back by Forbidden Duel. 400 meters to go. CAMOMILE, Ding Ding, Hallucination, Don't Stop the Party. Queen's Crest is on the outside. They're across the track, but CAMOMILE's the leader. Coming to the 200 meter marker, we'll have the 300 meter marker, and CAMOMILE now gets away from them. And it's CAMOMILE well clear. Won't get caught here, and CAMOMILE by 5 or 6 lengths. Marcus is looking over his shoulder. He can do so. They're 7 lengths to the good, and CAMOMILE to streak in. Second will go to La Carmelita. Third place will go to Enticer, and then Baby in Black. Number 2, an exercise canter, CAMOMILE at 160. You'll see Anton a number of times looks over his left shoulder. He loves what he sees, and the daughter of St. Petersburg comes home lonely. This one for the Robbie Hill stable. It pays up 160. The tote favourite was drawn on the extreme inside. Sawgate number 1 was always among the leading division, and CAMOMILE just strolls in at the business end. We'll run it across for second. Number 9, La Carmelita ran second at 490 a place. 32 ran the win, but the margin is 6 or 7 lengths. Third position, if we continue to run it, that goes to Enticer, number 6, and then number 3, Baby in Black, Hallucination, and then came Don't Stop the Party. Further back in the running is Silver Solitude, and that was then followed by Queen's Crest. A well-detached field at the business end of this, the 1200 meters, and the winner's on the extreme left-hand side with the black cap. Now take how many times Anton looks over his shoulder. They get to the 300 and scorched away from the opposition, and it was a matter of what's going to run second. There's the first glance, and then starts to stroll down. There's the second glance as they come down, a third glance, and CAMOMILE, an absolute exhibition, wins race number 3. Until the running of the 4th race, back to the studio.
Good result here for trainer Robbie Hill and his assistant trainer, who's his son, Shannon, and this daughter of St. Petersburg has absolutely trotted up with jockey Anton Marcus, and she seems to be coming along the right way. Her last run, there were excuses. He was a touch unlucky, but she set the record straight today, and she's come through to win a good race. You guys must have been confident having a look at the opposition.
Yeah, Dee's just going back to her last run, she got a little bit unlucky.
Yes.
Kept finding traffic problems and things like that, and she ran on well to run second. We were pretty confident today. Her work has been good. Anton was happy with her work. Just thanks to Anton. His strike rate with us is unreal. So just a big thank you to him. Well done to the yard. Well done to Shane and George, my dad. They've been very patient with this filly. She's had her issues, but I think we've got to the bottom of her. So hopefully she goes on a bit from here.
And the going could have been a factor today, but she loved it in the mud as well.
Yeah, the going, I don't know if she enjoyed it that much. She pecked it one stage down the straight, but she won, and that's all we can ask for. So just well done.
Anything else from your side?
I've got a first timer, Old Equalizer, race 6, feels not too strong. I think it's a bit sharp for him, but I think he's going to run pretty well. And then Bengal Boy, if he rocks up to the race track today looking to run, I think he might have a small chance. And then Rebel Rain in the last, I think he's just going to need the run.
Thanks for that, Shannon. Give our best to your dad as well.
Thanks, Steve.
Well done to Shannon. And let's get jockey Anton Marcus in. Anton, I had a chat to the few guys that visited yesterday. Your impressions of the entire day?
Yeah, it's a wonderful day, Dees. It's just a big thank you to CTS and Investec. those are the days that you really look forward to going to the course for.
In that big race, the CTS ready to run your horse ran his heart out from their draw.
He did. It was a great run, Dees. You know, he probably ended up jumping too well. I didn't envisage myself being as close as that, but he ended up following the filly. Probably did a bit much early from that gate, which was always a possibility. But he's just all heart, and I honestly believe that if he was well drawn yesterday, he may very well have gone close to winning it.
What an enterprising ride from you in the Derby, and you just tired close to home.
Yeah, we nearly pulled it off, but very courageous run from the horse as well. He's all heart. You know, he was going pedestrian at the 200, and he didn't want to throw that tail in. Just, it was really a good run.
And same jurisdiction again, a credible performance.
Yeah, I thought it was a great run. You know, I was always a bit concerned about Inara. I mentioned last time when she ran in the 9 furlong that Inara probably had a harder run than what she had, and I couldn't get past her at the furlong. You know, there are different thoughts of opinion. Some people of the opinion that I sat too long. Other believe that I went too early, and I honestly believe that I rode the perfect race on her. And on the day, I think she was just beaten by the better filly on the day. But take nothing away from same jurisdiction. You know, I think up to a mile, Grayville, I think should beat Inara. On the galloping courses, maybe not, but she's probably still one of the top 2 fillies up to a mile in the country. She proved that yesterday. She finished well clear of the third horse.
Thanks for that feedback. Now, coming back to this filly, one of your easier wins for the season.
Jeez, I think of my career, Dees. Just a big thank you to Rob and to Shannon. You know, whenever they've got one that can run, you know, they're always on the phone. You know, so just a big thank you to them. I can't really say much. You know, I just jumped out and basically I pointed her. You know, despite the fact, you know, there was a little bit of a peck at about the furlong because the course isn't good. It's very, very cut up. It's full of holes, Dees. You know, not blaming anyone at all, but if we get a fair amount of rain, I believe we could be in trouble. And it's not a case of that the going is too soft. It's not that it's too soft. Just after 3 races now, it's just full of holes.
Well, we're hoping that we race. What about the balance of your rides?
He's obviously, I like Big King. He's a nice horse. You know, how he handles this going. I mean, I wouldn't know now. Because at the moment, I think he's purely a 5 furlong horse at the moment until we get him to settle a bit, you know. So obviously it makes it a bit harder today.
All dressed up.
Yeah, it's still a bit short for her. You know, we took a gamble that her work's been solid. We mentioned last time that she was looking for further. Obviously, nothing's changed, you know, from the last run to this run. Just the difference today is that it's up the straight and she may not race as green as what she did at Grayville. But she's a filly who's looking for further. She's well, but a touch on the sharp side, I think.
Sorry to keep you, but we appreciate your feedback. It's always valued.
Thank you, Dees.
Well done. Anton Marcus here, number 2, CAMOMILE. 2, 9, 6 and 3. That's the way they finish. Drizzle about at Scottsville, but coming up next will be the start of the jackpot, 14:45, which is 2:45.